Oh my fucking. All right. It has gotten to the level where I almost don't feel like it's real anymore. This cannot be reality. Okay, it just happened again. Literally everything. Okay, the act of putting my foot from the down position to up on my knee means that my toenail caught on a wire that it would ordinarily just brush off of and fall off of. But no, this wire wraps around my fucking toe and practically tears my toe off just in the act of putting my foot up to cross my leg. Just the act of like raising my arm catches a hair or, tears a thread or a button out of my shirt or fucking like literally it's like I can't escape it lately. Everything I do, every single uh, action I take, whether it's an action that is meaningful or not, whether it's an action that is important to me or not, whether it's an everyday simple action or a really complicated, thought out, processed, planned action, um, it doesn't go right. And like that's everything from the microphone not feeding, like seriously. I am using the microphone on this because this won't work. Um, do you know what I'm talking about? One of the reasons I'm actually having to do the broadcast on my little tablet computer here is because I'm not able to even make the audio work on the, if you've watched the past few 100,000 of my fucking podcasts, the audio has been shit. And it's not because I have bad microphones. I've replaced the microphones over and over. No, it's not bad microphones. It's some kind of weird thing of YouTube where the Hangout on Air software does not stream audio smoothly. But everybody seems to be thinking I'm, fucking up with the microphone. Right? Can we please get a good microphone? Guess what? I got killer microphones. I will show you the microphone setup I have because it's right here. You can actually see me talking. As I'm talking, it goes up and down. These are the different frequencies of I have a 4-channel wireless microphone setup. 2 clippy lav mics, 2 handheld stand-up comedian mics, 2 Madonna Justin Bieber microphones, and like seriously, I have complete overkill when it comes to the microphones, and yet I'm resorting to using the onboard microphone on the tablet computer because Windows won't let me switch the inputs. Every single little thing I try to do this week, I had to send some paperwork, some scanned documents I did to a guy. I sent him an email that was empty with no attachments. And I know everybody does that, right? Everybody's done that probably a couple of times, but it's just like, really, even at a time when I'm aware of it, like I'm aware, I'm screwing everything up. I'm trying to do something right, I'm taking extra care and I'm double checking and I'm triple checking and I'm looking and I'm doing all this work, and I'm scanning the crap out of stuff that I printed, and it's just like, oh yeah, you didn't attach it, idiot. Like, it's been a very hard week, and I can't even really bear to look at myself because on top of it all, I got these fucking zits on my face, which I know are relatively minor compared to what I've had before, and yet I'm just pissed. Just pissed off. By the way, do you know what I've been through this week medically? No. But I hear in this area, I now have a spot where they can add now medication to me, or they can take blood from me. That's what they call a port. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Like, I've actually bumped it a couple of times and sort of it hurt, like, because it's still healing. It's just been put in like 5 days ago. So, I should be glad I'm able to even talk. I should be glad I'm able to go. I went for a nice walk today, you know. I still haven't been able to do that as much as I like, but I'm still getting exercise, you know. Um, but it's just like one thing after another has been going wrong and going wrong and going wrong. And, you know, to the point where literally I can't cross my legs without kicking something over. Or, you know, all I wanted this morning was out of Mountain Dew in the house. All I wanted to go to Circle K and get Mountain Dew. But no. This garbage. Is just not good. What happens when you mix red, white, and blue? You get this gross-ass purple that does not even reflect or represent red, white, and blue. Like it's another color entirely that is not any of the basic colors. So to combine them in that way is ridiculous. And at the very least, it could taste good, but it doesn't taste good. On one hand, there's commercials driving me nuts lately, TV commercials. And then there's other ones that I kind of like, even though they're driving me nuts. The one, I think it's a Coke commercial with the guys on the guy on the beach. It's a good commercial. I like that commercial. So let's just review some of the other things I've actually screwed up this week, just because that's kind of what this episode was meant to be about. I'm not really jazzing. I'm not enjoying the sight of my own face at this point, but there was a mix-up yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment I got turned away from because I didn't have my new insurance card with me. And I know I'm disorganized, like I'm a messy person, but I'm not prone to losing shit. Not really. I misplace stuff sometimes, but I really lose almost nothing. And I think it was because when I was in the hospital on Monday to have this thing put in, that's the first time, and I think the only time, my new insurance card has come out of my wallet. So I think it might have gotten left there or maybe taken. Like I think somebody held on to it at the receptionist desk at that place. Because, you know, or it's somewhere in my patient belongings and I don't know where the fuck it is. But, you know, fortunately it was as simple as coming home and just printing a new one. But I still had to get turned away from my surgical appointment, you know, for my consultation with my surgeon. And if you don't know, I have things I need the surgeon to look at. I have things I need the radiation oncologist to look at. But I talked to him for a while yesterday, and he's cool. He's cool. Sorry. I bought some chocolate covered marshmallows at the mall. Tell you what, it gets the gorilla ass taste of this out of my mouth. Okay, you know how when you mix paints, you mix the colors of paint. Sometimes it works, yellow and blue make green, but like, you know, we tried it. For instance, some people think of mixing all of the colors is supposed to make white because that's how light color works. Color when it comes to light, but color when it comes to pigment or paint doesn't work that way. So when you mix all the colors, you just get fucking ugly gray brown. 3 flavors collide. Yeah, you know what? It's not good. It's actually quite bad. Here's the thing is Mountain Dew has tried to do a lot with just that plain sort of sourness. right? The citric acid. They've tried to reinvent the wheel for a million different times as far as combinations of citric acid and high fructose corn syrup, and I like some of them, but they had a few lately that have been just bitter, just sour, bitter, gross. And the ones I'm thinking of are Voltage. There was one that was a Mountain Dew like lemonade that was sort of on the edge of too bitter, gross. And then this one, the Mountain Dew USA, which is supposed to be red, white, and blue together in a bottle, which is stupid. I don't know. It's ridiculous, and it doesn't taste good. That Mountain Dew Voltage, which is like Guaraná and something else, like it's supposed to be really, sort of different, but it's fucking gross. So yeah, I've not had any of the soda that I like in a couple of days, and it's just like, you know what, that would go a long way toward making my mood better, but for some reason they're out of it at the fucking store. So, and by the way, this is a story I've written to. I wrote a letter and got a call back. Like, the guy called me back. I wrote a 2-page letter going, look, because originally I had heard that the red Mountain Dew was going to be gone. They were going to stop selling it. Now, I wrote a letter. Those of you who know me and letters, me and writing letters, you can't see this on my keyboard. I have a history, okay? I write really good letters that get me fired. I write letters that get people in trouble, Why did I start down that thing? I guess just that. Why did I start down the road? I have no idea. Again, here's the thing. At this point, at least I'm just consistent. But it's like, what do you do when you're trying your hardest? You're double checking. You're really seriously trying, and it's still not working. Like, at that point, when do you give up? Like, when are you supposed to be like, And what I said in the description, and I believe this, is it gives you a chance to be brave to try again the next day, and that's cool. I believe that. I do. That makes sense to me. Because, maybe you'll get better at it the next day. That's how we work. We practice and we get better at things. But, man, I feel like this week, it's just been 0, 0, 0. Like, as far as, sports analogies. Like, getting it in the gutter. Getting it in the, basket, whatever. Just 0 points have been scored by me. And in a way, I feel like maybe if I were a sports fan, I would have a better grasp on stuff like that, because, there are sports fans who have learned how to, when you're a fan of a sports team for whole seasons of shit and years, then you learn to start to, not take them losing personally on you, I guess, is what I would feel like. That's what would happen to me if I was a fan of a team that lost all the time. I would feel like shit. That's why I don't do it. I don't remember feeling much of a thrill of victory. I never gave a shit because, as Bill Maher said, we won. No, we didn't win. They won. You had nothing to do with it. But I'm not arguing that today. I'm too exhausted from the week. I'm too sort of beat down. And guess what? Chemotherapy starts Monday. So, there's that too. 6 hours. 6 hours. It's like 9:45 in the morning because I have to be there for 6 hours. So I've got movies I plan to take on my phone. I'll bring my tablet. Maybe I'll do one of these. Why not? I'll have this tablet. I'll just do one of these shows from inside there. Let you have a Mornings with Seabass from the chemotherapy lab. I don't know. Actually, I'm amused by that idea. Why not? Maybe I will do that. I need to make sure my hair and makeup are up to par though, and yeah, I need to learn to do makeup because I don't like looking at these zits on my face. It is a really nice day outside though, as far as Arizona weather. Like, I realize that I'm weird when it comes to liking Arizona weather, but I do. And it's just now hitting to like 105, 110 kind of a thing, and sizzling hot. And I like it, but the problem is my cancer doesn't like it. I'm having pain from my cancer, and the pain is worse when when I'm out in the heat. It never used to be that way. I used to be able to walk around in it. I would sweat, but I would hydrate, you know. For years and years, I have walked around in Arizona's heat, and now it's like, I don't know. But I'm glad it's Friday. I'm glad I survived the week, I guess. You know, not much good happened. Some good happened. A few silver linings of stuff happened. And if that's all I had really that I can attach myself to this week, that's what I will do. And I will set my sights on next week. Good stuff's happening Monday. Well, chemo. I mean, I consider that good stuff, right? Because it's been delayed, right? I have had chemo on this calendar that has not happened, and I can feel these goddamn things getting bigger. I need that poison in me so that they can start to retard the growth of these things in me. So yes, even though 6 hours of chemo on Monday is coming, I need it to happen, and it's like that's a tremendously good thing, if only for my psychology, right? If only I could feel the placebo effect of it in me, so that I can just rest and relax and just let it fucking kill the cells or stop them from reproducing, because it really does work kind of in that same way, from what I understand. Anyway, I'm messing up stuff, but there's still people who are helping me. There's a great guy at one of the county assistance offices who totally hooked me up yesterday and was like really, really just kind of spiritually reinforcing and reassuring. And I felt a lot better after talking to him for like an hour. He's the one who I sent the email to this morning that did not have the attachments, but he was nice about it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm screwing everything up this week, so let me resend it with the attachments, and I think I did. My friend is in Vegas, and I'm hearing about him being in Vegas, and I'm not in Vegas. It's not like I have that much love for Vegas, not truthfully, but, you know, I've developed a like for it over the years. You know, it started with the Star Trek theme park. When they had the Star Trek experience at the Las Vegas Hilton, that was just like my thing. And then Penn and Teller have always been in Vegas. You know, actually having a friend who goes there like for New Year's and stuff like that, he lets me kind of come along and, you know, sleep on his second bed in his hotel room, and, you know, takes me to dinner on his like chairman status points and stuff like that. Like, he's really very generous and cool. And, you know, I basically just kind of, I just go get high and play slot machines. The one slot machine I like to play is the Willy Wonka one. Actually, I take it back. I did win money once on the Britney Spears slot machine. It's the only one I ever really won any money on. But I think it's gone now. I don't think it's there anymore. But the one I do enjoy and have not won any money on is the Willy Wonka. It's sort of an immersive experience. It's got these 3 gigantic video screens that kind of surround you, and these amazing audio speakers, and it not a stool, but a couch, like a big oblong thing to sit at just for hours and hours and hours to spin and spin and spin. Yeah, that would be something I would like to do. Maybe I should try and start to make plans for a quick jaunt up to Las Vegas just so I can play that stupid Willy Wonka slot machine. Okay, have a great weekend, everybody. Join me on Monday morning. Lord only knows what's going to be going right then.